if I have, two binomials that are being multiplied, what's the method we use to expand on it? The FOIL method. We take the claw method for some of you. X times x is x squared. Then we go 6 times x is 6x. Then times 2 and x is 2x. Plus 2 times 6 is 12. And then we find that middle term is a like term. So x squared plus 8x plus 12 is our answer for that. The lesson that we're doing today is going in reverse. We're going to be given a trinomial, and we have to then get it put into two binomials. So before we go to that, I want you to look at what takes place here. When you have x squared as your first term in a trinomial, what do you have to start with?
2 x's.
X and an x. Morgan.
Quick question. What makes it a binomial again?
Two parts.
I know, but like...
This one's a binomial because it has 2 parts. This is a trinomial because it has 3 parts, or terms. I shouldn't be saying parts, but terms. Yeah. So this is multiplying 2 binomials. Okay. Yeah.
Are you recording me?
Yes. So we're taking this, and we're going to factor it. That's what we call is we're factoring it down. We're factoring a trinomial. And our result of factoring a trinomial is always going to look like this. Right? It's 2 binomials. 2 binomials give us a trinomial, so when we factor a trinomial, it's going to give us 2 binomials. Then we know if we have the x squared, based on what I just showed you on the previous screen, that means you have to have x and x. Now here's where the little quirks and the little rules kind of come into play. Set that up that way each time before you ever try to figure out what to do next. In order to determine what the signs are here in our binomial, you look at the second sign in the trinomial. Where does that sign come from?
The 2 numbers at the back.
The lasts, right? In your, oh, wrong one. The sign of our last term, that plus 12, comes from multiplying the 2 last parts. In this problem, it was a plus and a plus, so it became a positive 12. If we have a negative, one sign, slow down with me, you're right, slow down. One sign's going to have to be positive, and one of them will have to be negative. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in. And it doesn't matter the order that you put those. It will matter which number you put in which spot, but it doesn't matter how you write it. If you want to put minus, plus, plus, minus on that, no big deal. So when the sign, the second sign in your trinomial is a negative, the signs are different in your factoring. So there's the easy part. Here's the hard part. And it's not super hard, it's just getting used to doing it. When you have a negative, okay, the signs are different. So we want to find the factors of 15. The factors of 15 are 1, 15, 3 and 5, 5 and 3, which is 3 and 5. That's it, isn't it? We want to find the factors of 15 And since this is a negative sign, we want to find the factors of 15 that have a difference, because isn't subtraction difference?
Yes.
We want to find the difference of
The factors.
that. What factors of 15 have a difference of 14? 15 and 1. Right, they have a difference. So if we subtract 15 and 1, it gives us 14. So 15 and 1 are the two values that we're going to put in these spots. I don't know yet which one. It's a real simple way to determine it. But you just don't go, well, one of them's 15, one's 1, and just write them down. You have to put them with the correct sign. The factors are 15 and 1. It's actually negative 14, isn't it? So would positive 15 minus 1 give you negative 14, or negative 15 plus 1 give you negative 14? Negative 15. So the 15 has to go with the negative sign, and then the positive has the 1. Check it if you want. X times x is x squared. Minus 15x plus 1x, 15x plus 1x minus 15 x squared. Good grief. Good grief. Fine. X squared minus 14x minus 15. Is that what we started with? Yes. So let's review this real quick. Try to keep it simple. When you're factoring a trinomial, you make it two binomials. At this point, until we get to near the end of graduation time probably, we're not going to have any coefficients in front of your x squareds. So we're just going to have x and x. Then you look at the second sign. Is it negative? Then the signs are different. Then since it's a minus sign, we want the factors of 15 that have a difference of 14. And then it has to be negative 14. Dalton.
What happens if the last sign's a positive?
Good question. Let's go to that.
Not for that.
It's
I got
easier.
a question about
Okay.
all of this.
All right, go ahead.
I don't get the difference part. The factor in difference. Like, does it have
Okay, the factors of 15 are 1 and 15 and 3 and 5. Agree with that?
Yeah.
So we're working backwards. What are the factors of 15 that have a difference, subtracting, of 14?
So you have to subtract like 15 from 1 and 5 from 3.
Right.
What if what if you get like a factor of like, what if you have like 16 or something and you go to get the factor?
They'll work out for you.
They will?
Yeah.
Every time?
Later on, when you're in Algebra 2, you guys can start working on the ones that don't work out as well, and you make them work out by doing some tricky stuff. But
So-
they'll work out for you.
And then after you find the factoring and you get the 14, so then you put the 1 there. And but what about the 15? You just drop the 15 down.
No, it was from these. The 15 and the 1.
So if it was
Ah.
like a 13, you would put that.
Just watch the next ones and see the pattern develop. Okay, it's a little bit tricky on this. Not tricky. It's a little bit too plain because 15 is your last number and it ends up being one of your factors. That's not always going to be the case. So just watch the next one. See how it goes. Okay. And that's I did the same one. Okay. This one. I guess, Dalton, I'm not ready to do the positive on the end yet, so let's just do another one of these and we'll get to it. All right, the trinomial. Factors to two binomials. X and x is our first term. We have a negative sign for our second sign, our last term, so that means the signs are going to be different, plus and negative. Here's where we do the what factors of 10, which the factors of 10 are 1 and 10, 2 and 5, that have a difference of 3.
2 and 5 do.
2 and 5. Then maybe it'd be easier to do this. The sign in front of the 3 is positive, so we put the bigger number with that sign.
So 5 goes with.
So 5 will go with the positive, and 2 goes with the minus. Ethan.
Wouldn't you have to be careful on where you put the sign?
You have to be careful with which number to put with the sign, yes.
Well, I mean, on that one, you couldn't put the negative first, could you?
Well, we could because I could write it as x minus 2, x
okay.
plus 5. So if some of you would have worked it out and did it with the negative and a plus, as long as it's minus 2 and a plus 5 in those, it doesn't matter the order that they're in. Okay, Kelly? So the factors of 10 that had a difference of 3, and we put the bigger number with that sign. So we're kind of stepping backwards through the problem. Did it just jump problems on me? It did. Yeah. Okay, this problem has everything in a different order. You shouldn't try to factor this unless it's in descending order. So rewrite it, making sure you keep the signs correct. We need to have our x squared term first, then minus 5x plus 6. Now we're ready to factor it to our two binomials with an x and an x. This time, our second sign is a plus. If that's a positive, then what had to be true about the signs of each of the last?
That'd be same sign.
Come on. Right here. In order for it to be the same, to be a positive, what had to be true about these two signs?
Both of them have to be positive.
They have to be
Same, it could
the
be negative.
same because they could both be negatives because two negatives would give us a positive. Okay? So when you have a positive at the end, their signs are the same. So let's go back to that one, if I can get to it. Yes, ma'am.
What is that?
Because distraction time. That used to be a typing table where they put a typewriter on it, and you could adjust the height of that table depending on how tall or short you were. All right. So the signs are going to be the same if it's a positive. Then you refer back to the previous sign to determine which sign it's going to be. So this is a positive, they're going to be the same. It's a negative, so they'll both be negatives.
That's not cool. That's quite awesome. Sorry.
Heidi.
So if that one was like a positive, they both be positive.
Correct. So good. That's a good thing to mention here. If this was a positive instead of a negative, then they'd both be pluses. This is what determines what the signs will both be if it's a positive. Now, determining the two numbers. It's the same process working backwards. What are the factors of 6? So 6 and 1, 2 and 3. Instead, this time, that have a sum of 5. 3 and 2. And it doesn't matter which one because our signs are already determined and they're the same. It doesn't matter if you put x is minus 2 or if you put x minus 2, x minus 3, or put x minus 3, x minus 2. It doesn't matter because the signs are the same. So when you grade these, they can be flip-flopped as well. The difference between the previous problem, when we had a negative here, we wanted the factors that had a difference, because subtraction is difference, of 3. When we have a positive, we want the factors of 6 that have a sum of whatever of 5 here. Okay. Yes?
Why do we need to make it go back to the other thing?
Why do you need to go back to the other thing?
Yeah.
We're going to do some factoring later on where they give us some, like 4 trinomials that you're being multiplied and they want you to factor them down. And so you have to break each one of them down into a binomial to be able to cross out and get it simplified down. And when you start solving, when you start finding links of rectangular or of geometric figures and angles in geometry, they will have trinomials that sometimes you need to factor down into binomials to be able to do that same kind of thing.
Are we ever gonna
This
try
one's
to find
easy.
the
Can I do
x?
this for you?
Yes.
Can I do this one for you?
Let me give you one more. Kelsey just said, are we ever going to find the x? Yes. We can't, we're not solving for x yet because we don't have an equal sign. We will put an equal sign on it, and that's the easy part. Solving for x is the easy part. Okay, so don't fret over that.
Can I do this one? Because this is easy. I did it in my head.
You did it in your head.
Yes, it was easy.
You're all going to get to do it. Let me do this one, and then I'll have you all do them here in a moment. So we need to change the order a little bit by putting the 6x in the middle and the plus 5 on the end. So then I have x and x. Look at the sign. It is positive. That indicates they're going to be the same. And so we look at our first sign to determine what it will be.
And then find the factors of 5, and it's 1.
Factors of 5, which there's only one set of factors for 5 in there,
So it can
that
be
have a sum of 6. Well, 1 and 5.
So it doesn't matter. It can be 5
It doesn't matter. Walnut. Just harassing you.
So if the difference doesn't equal your 6x, you just
Olivia
add,
already corrects me enough.
like the
I correct you too.
1 minus 5 equals 4.
But we're looking for the sum.
Yeah. So
Because-
no matter what, like if you have one factor, no matter what,
Kiddos.
if it doesn't equal it, you just
You're not being very kind, you're being rude right now. I have a student asking a question. Try again, sorry.
Okay, so if you only have one factor and all you have is like 6x,
Mhm.
you just put that in no matter what.
Right, but essentially, as long as, yeah. There's really not any other options. As long as you set your signs up, that should be the correct. I think that's all I have to show you. Now I want you to look at your practice problem. Practice A.
I'm not doing that one. That one has an extra X.
I'll do it.
Wait, that just means 1. Never mind. I'll do it.
You're all going to do it. You're not going to get a choice of whether you do it.
We're doing it on smartboard thing. I'll help you. Oh, sweet. Alright, good thing.
We have one too many.
Then hand it back, and I'll get one last through the back through. Hand that one back to Dalton. Now, do you have an extra?
Can we do the work on the boards?
That's what I'm giving it to you for.
Can I take my markers?
Oh, no, continue.
Can we use one? Can I use one of
Ready?
Are those colorful, Kelsey? Kaylee?
I want a colorful one.
Austin.
We all have things in life.
Do you do this in your other classes? I want orange.
What's that?
Probably not.
We have. What? I don't know. I will have to see.
Orange, I'll trade you.
I got yeller.
Casey, can I see that?
I got yeller. No, that's why he carried me.
You want me to throw it to you?
Can we make it 3x? Nice job,
One hand can't catch.
Okay, look at A. I want you to factor A down and just show me your answer by holding it up. I'll give you a yay or nay.
Can we get candy?
No.
That was immediate.
Oh. I do have erasers for you.
Here's a 42. Great.
No. No.
I'm done.
Oh,
Caleb, cheater. That's wrong.
No.
I got it. Here.
Call me a cheater.
No.
What? How to do this? What's the extra X? Totally.
What extra x? It's x squared minus 1x.
I got it
Fixed
right.
it.
Put a 1 in front of it.
I got it right, but like.
No, 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 no. Yes.
Ooh.
Don't show. No.
What's wrong with this?
Yes. You can't even think I didn't teach you. No. No. The second sign is negative. That tells you the signs are going to be different. Almost no. Almost no. Signs are going to be different because the sign is negative. No, then we want the factors of 42 that have a difference of 1. 42 minus 1 is not 1. No, they're not the same. You guys are close. Nope.
Is this
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Is this right?
No.
Kurt.
It's a negative 1, isn't it? Yes. No. It's a negative 1.
Clevenger.
No. It's a negative 1. Yes. No.
It's a negative 1.
It's a negative 1 is your minus x is a minus 1. Being a little harsh here, aren't I? Oh, I didn't see the error. There you go. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes.
Lauren, can I borrow your
Oh, I've got this recording still. So, there we go. This is a, when you don't have a coefficient, when you don't have a coefficient, that makes it 1, and it's a negative 1. So our signs, x and x, plus and minus, because the signs have to be different because of the negative. And then we want the factors of 42 that have a difference of 1. That is 7 and 6. And we put the bigger number with the sign that is in that second spot. Okay, clear? Erase. Go to B.
Kelsey? What?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Wait, B's the same.
Yes.
I know,
You didn't get close. Yes. Yes, yes.
I'm gonna get this one.
No. The signs are going to be
Different.
different still.
Alright.
That was the same as last time.
But this time it's not a negative 1.
Right, it's a positive 1.
Is there one that had 4?
Nope, well, yeah.
The answer I have It was like the 6 and then the 7.
Yeah. That'd be correct. Yes.
Can we do another one just in case?
What are the factors of 9 that have a sum because that's a plus sign? The sum of 6.
Can we do C2?
Yes. Alright, everybody clear? I've got to look at C. Everyone clear and do number
I'm
C,
done.
and I will see what the answer is in just a moment.
Kaylee's a cheater.
Yes, yes,
What's the word?
yes,
We're all cheaters.
yes, yes.
No, we're not. Wait.
No.
It's easy. You just
Because
gotta
the
use variable.
sign
Choose the right variable.
between the two terms is a.
X squared minus
Oh, it's this one.
6x. So it's the same. Now it's gonna
Yeah.
The next term. So we put the bigger number with the negative. That's how you determine.
Oh, they know.
So the bigger number goes with the sign.
Okay.
So A goes with the
Remember, I think it's right to the opposite way.
That's it, that helps, yeah. Signs are different, Lauren, so the
Look what I did
sign.
there.
Don't doodle.
What happened to Mr. Clevenger's my favorite teacher? They kind of.
Did you check mine? Did I check mine?
But
8 times 6 is
Wait, did you already check?
48. What are the factors of 16?
Whatever I think is right, like flip flop. Oh, you have to tell us a negative. Every time. Whatever that was.
Yeah, I did look at it earlier. I just didn't acknowledge it. Yes, yes, yes,
look, Mr. Clevenger.
yes.
Oh, man, cover. That's it actually says.
The 8, Kaylee, is the bigger. It goes with that first sign. The first sign in your number is a minus, isn't it?
Look at it.
In your trinomial.
Contact
The first. The negative 6. So your 8.
Kelly, look. Mr. Clevenger, comma. You're my favorite teacher.
Who are you going for?
Then I feel like
You spelled teach wrong.
no, I didn't.
Okay.
Teacher.
Who are you going
I would have started off
Period. I
San
abbreviated.
Francisco,
Look.
but at the end of the game, I'm hoping the Ravens win for some reason. I don't know what happened to me. Because I'm not a Ravens fan generally, but for some reason I was cool. I think for some reason, even though I don't care for him all that much,
Ray Lewis.
there was still part of that going on.
I was like
I was exactly the 49ers.
he was with
not
people that
play
killed
ball.
people and didn't tell anybody about it.
They were,
They were not.
they were the much better team. So.
Stupid.
All right,
I was there.
now,
Just come do the. I didn't feel like.
right. Okay. I need your caps back on your pins. I will make eye contact with you individually, and you toss the pins back to me gently, not laser.
I'm gonna
Wait.
check you.
Awesome. Get out of light so I can see it.
You can
I love it.
Oh, my bad.
Alright. I'm gonna throw this one. I wanna. I'll throw it.
Kaylee, sit down.
right here. Right in the middle.
Which one?
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Can I take the trash can out of here? Thingies?
Please, that'd be very nice.
I want to see if I can.
Sid,
Paper Trash. Trash.
yeah, no, you hurt them.
You don't want to throw it. See, you got it. Wait a
Don't throw
minute.
it. Trash. Trash.
You really got to throw one.
I was left-handed.
That's true. I'll give that to you.
Put her in.
I,
Okay, put her in. True.
You are a spasm. Go sit down. All right, hand the boards after they've been erased. Hand those to your left, please.
Here, Kat.
Trash. play?
You can play very like.
Like, can I be like touch like
Yeah.
because I don't like to play softball and I'll just mess it up. So.
You play softball?
No.
You're playing. Nice catch.
Whoops.